They're seeing lots of new faces at the MLK centers in Spring Valley, New York.
Hey guys.
The bags of food has tripled in the last month as employers close and workers are laid off. I spoke with manager Martin Coleman safely from a social distance.
They're very appreciative of the opportunity to help feed their families, but they're also looking to have this end as quickly as possible so that they can get back to work and get back to a normal life.
Tuesday morning, Coleman collected supplies of fresh produce for this distribution event sponsored by Rockland Community Against Hunger. The pallets arranged to promote social distancing by the volunteers. Coordinator Anita Dreischler told me the 40 food banks in Rockland face rapidly rising demand.
People who have lost their jobs. It's also people that have to stay home and take care of a loved one, or their children are home, or they need to stay home for that. So there's many reasons why people can't be working, and they need extra help right now.
The largest provider of food pantries in the northern suburbs is Feeding Westchester. In March, the National Guard helped it distribute a record 1.5 million pounds of food. VP Matt Honeycutt sees a long road ahead.
For us, this is just the beginning of what we anticipate will be months and months and months of feeding multi-million foreign countries.
Even during good times, food banks struggle to make ends meet. If you are fortunate to be in a position to help, monetary donations are needed now more than ever. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
We got a sign-up hope today from New York's greatest. FDNY says more than 1,300 firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics who are out with coronavirus concerns are back on the job tonight. That number includes members who tested positive, were exposed, or suspected they had it. The Fire Commissioner, Daniel Magro, says the department is responding to a record number of medical calls. Go ahead here on CBS TV. The Father celebrations will go on. Easter and Passover. Some people are getting tasty treats to celebrate. And after another nice day today, live print up ahead in the forecast. You betcha. Look at it right here, Mo. And what is there to complain about? It's great looking sky. I do want you to know. I see some rain getting close to the area. I'll tell you when that could arrive. Right after the break. Come on back, everybody.
Restaurants are our family. Cornerstone of our communities, and our family needs help. Right now they're facing a crisis, and they're counting on your pickup and delivery orders to help them through. Because if we don't treat restaurants like family today, they may not be around to treat us like family tomorrow. But together, we can help save the restaurants we love.
The power of Easter can still touch our hearts and souls, even if we can't physically be together. Join us this Sunday for Mass from St. Agnes Cathedral in Rockville Center, starting at 11 a.m. on WLNY. Next, E.T. What was Jake Pinkett Smith? How the family is handling the COVID-19 crisis.
You just get bored.
Plus, Mayim Bialik's Big Bang TV reunion with Jim Parsons, what she only told E.T. Plus, from Hound to Hemsworth, we got your self-care secret and Chris's quarantine diet plan.
The more pizza he eats, the more shredded he gets.
Next E.T. Tonight at 7:30 on CBS 2.
Make me strong, and I need it from you. You, give you all my love. You, give you all my love. You, give you all my love. Always you on my heart. Mom, this way is called here. You told me I could tell you anything.
When it comes to drain clearing, you can tell us anything. Drain's clogged, we'll clear any drain, anytime. It's only $99. And that's my friend is
At the New York State of Health, we always have you covered. If you recently lost your job, lost health coverage, or are currently uninsured, you may be eligible for quality health insurance at little or no cost. us online today. Find a healthcare plan that works for you.
Thank you for always being here. The dawn breaks a new day. But nature changes her mind. You're always here when others need a hand. On the farm, taking care of family, carrying this nation. And so we're here in over 1,800 communities with the feed and supplies you absolutely need. Always.
Welcome back here to CBS 2 News o'clock. Crews have recovered the body of the granddaughter of Robert F. Kennedy and are now still searching for her son. 41-year-old Maeve Kennedy Townsend McKean and her 8-year-old son Gideon were last seen Thursday evening in a canoe in the Chesapeake Bay off of Maryland. McKean's husband says that his wife and son tried to retrieve a ball that disappeared after their canoe drifted into the open bay. And Earl Graves Sr., the founder of Black Enterprise magazine, has died. Graves was a pioneer who launched the magazine in 1970. He championed African-American businesses and leaders. Graves grew up in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. A successful entrepreneur, he served on the boards of several corporations and was also on Senator Robert F. Kennedy's staff in 1965. Earl Graves died Monday after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. He was 85 years old. Other news now, at least 2 auto insurers are giving back hundreds of millions of dollars in premiums to car owners. Allstate and American Family Insurance say that customers are not driving as much due to the coronavirus outbreak, so Allstate will be refunding about 15% of premiums paid in April and May, which equals to about $600 million in refunds. American Family says that it will give back about $50 per insured vehicle. Well, people certainly won't be driving as much this holiday season, but candy makers and also local bakeries, well, they are busy and they want you to know that they are open for business. In fact, they can deliver to you in a coronavirus safe, friendly way. Here in CBS 2's Jennifer McLogan on Long Island.
Glorious traditions of Easter and Passover being observed with special changes in 2020, some televising religious observances, others technology-free celebrations. Alongside the baskets and eggs, chocolates and breads, many local bakeries and candy shops are now creating batches of unique treats, custom-made favorites ready for curbside pickup, says Stan Bosca. His grandparents' Schwartz Family Chocolates, founded in New York City in 1939, now in Carl Place, Long Island.
They're looking for something to lift their spirits, and I'm glad that we're here to help them do it. They love marshmallow eggs. They love all the different kinds of figurines that we have in chocolate, all the different bunnies. For Passover, we have macaroons and chocolate frog.
Restorers Bakery in West Hempstead finds a way to weather the storm.
We've been in the community for 89 years. I'm the 3rd generation.
Carl Restorer says this holiday's big hit is inspired by neighborhood children.
Our chocolate bunny hutch is gifts, where we provide you with a full chocolate house that's fully assembled with candy and icing bags, and it's a nice afternoon project for your kids and something that could garnish your Easter table.
We're one of the few lucky businesses that get to serve the community, and we're grateful for that.
Have a very sweet Easter and a safe Easter as well.
They remind us the word stressed, spelled backward, is dessert.
It's hoped that sweets, they say, will help deliver the message of the season, renewal and rebirth, in a whole new way. I'm Jennifer McLaughlin, CBS 2 News.
I love that. Stressed, spelled backwards, dessert. Sounds good to me. Also sounding good is a check on our forecast. Let's check in with Lonnie Quinn. He's in Westport, Connecticut. Live outside the weather barn there. Gorgeous day, but I hear that the rain is on the way, Lonnie.
Yeah, that's the deal. I think we're going to see things change while folks are sleeping out there, KJ. But you're right. So here I am in Westport. Yet I show you this beautiful chroma key green screen with New York City displayed behind me. And what a pretty shot. I mean, that sky's just gorgeous. A couple of little thin wispy clouds out there. 61 degrees as of right now. over the next 24 hours, here's a change your XC. The clouds, which ones are now, will start to thicken up. And there's a rain chance overnight, even a chance for there to be a rumble of thunder. Now, there's a possibility. There's a marginal risk down on the Jersey Shore. It's a 10 to 20% risk, and it's just barely missed. The very southern tip of New Jersey, like Pete May, could see a 30% risk for a real shore thunderstorm. The type of thunderstorm that could do some damage. That's when we talk about severe weather. So it's a slight risk tonight. We do see some wet weather off to our west around the Great Lakes, and that is being pushed in on sort of a northwesterly upper level flow. So the chances there. And again, similar showers could become storms. It's all part of the forecast tonight. 51 degrees, the showers will develop. Again, late night tonight. There's a risk for some rumble with thunder out there. Getting to your day tomorrow. 61 degrees. Now, a spotty shower chance even into the afternoon, but it's primarily during the overnight hours and the early morning hours where I see the biggest chance for the wet weather. Again, possibly that rumble of thunder. You can't rule out a rumble of thunder even
buddy. Okay.
61 degrees. There'll be some breaks in the clouds as well. You get some peaks of sunshine out there. Let's get back to you. Consider quick questions today.
Okay, Lonnie, thank you. Coming up, an annual culinary festival transforms into a school fundraiser this year. We'll have the details on how we can help coming up. Also, with the CDC recommending everyone now wear masks when they're outside or they're safe public, we have some ideas on how you can make your own as well on the website. CDC.com.
We have a looking people who are really stupid or the story is full of baloney.
Just Judy tomorrow at 4 on CBS2.
New Yorkers have mastered existing in crowded places and walking fast. Now is the time to master social distancing. Social distancing means creating more personal space between yourself and others, at least 6 feet. Creating more physical distance protects yourself and other workers from the spread of coronavirus. To do your part, stay home. Stay connected through calls, texts, and video chats. If you have to go out for essentials like food and medicine, avoid crowds and put space between yourself and other people standing in line. If you go outside, just remember to keep 6 feet of space between yourself and others. This is not just about you. It's also about protecting the most vulnerable and preserving the health of essential workers who are on the front lines. If you're feeling overwhelmed, connect with counselors at NYC Well. Text COVID to 692-692 for real-time updates or visit nyc.gov/coronavirus.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Diabetics understand all too well the pain of pricking your fingers. But now, by wearing a small remote device called the Continuous Glucose Monitor, or CGM, you can immediately reduce your pain. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 4 or more times daily, injecting insulin 3 or more times daily, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. It looks bleak. It feels bleak. But the city isn't shut down because our public services keep working. In spite of, and in the face of, the dangers, we can count on them. And to keep them working and funded, now and in the future, we need to be counted. Self-respond now to the 2020 census at my2020census.gov. Powerful, accurate, reliable. Expect more from your CBS2 weather team.
Charity is finding creative ways to give back, despite being shut down by the pandemic. To get secure billing, such as Tribeca Public School.
Every May, the Taste of Tribeca brings the community together, all while raising thousands of dollars for 2 downtown Manhattan schools. But now, for the first time in 26 years, the food festival has been canceled due to the coronavirus.
It became clear that people probably wouldn't feel comfortable going to an outdoor food festival.
Organizer Christine Cole says new social distancing rules make it impossible for the festival to go on. And so many of the restaurants that donate food are also not a business. Still, the group quickly realized this could be an opportunity to give back in another way. The group created a GoFundMe. Thousands of dollars have been raised so far. All proceeds now going to at least a dozen local restaurants who are then using the donations to cook and deliver meals to healthcare workers at nearly 20 local hospitals. Mark Forgione owns 2 restaurants in Tribeca. He's taken part in several deliveries so far. He says he's touched but not surprised the community has stepped up to help local restaurants.
Hey, Coco.
The most fulfilling part so far has been giving back to frontline workers.
Just a nice, heartfelt, different meal that they can eat as opposed to, what they've been eating every day. It really just goes a long way for morale, it helps with spirits.
Looks like him a little bit. Looks related.
Meals have been delivered so far. Danielle Clark has helped coordinate the ones for staff at NYU Langone Health.
This allowed them to continue working smoothly and not have to worry about whether they're going to get the next meal and focus really on treating and caring for our patients.
Teresa Tribeca says that's exactly the goal. The group adds it is working with its corporate donors to provide funds for the schools that can hugely benefit from the fundraiser. It also hopes to reschedule the festival for next fall. In Manhattan, Tara Dillon, CBS 2 News.
Continues to bring out the very best for the hours, so it's okay. Still ahead here on CBS 2 News at 5, Zoom has been banned in city schools, like some parents say that is causing more problems. Exactly.
Chris Reddy, Mary Kelly, Natalie Dudridge, Elise Finch. Wake up and know you can expect more from your morning news.
How do you dabble a new lifestyle network? We rip, we knit, we even get cut, trying for beautiful legs. But now there's flawless legs from Finishing Touch, the gold standard in instant painless hair removal. With a 18-karat gold-plated head, flawless legs gently removes hair with no soap, no water, so you can use it anytime, anywhere. No nicks, no cuts, no bumps. Inside, the first engineered technology removes hair with micro precision, while floating heads contour to every curve. Perfect for delicate areas like the knees.
It's super quick. We go in middle circles. You can't cut yourself. It's like I watched them, but I
What's happening now? We're live now. Say hi to the folks. No, we're not really live for real. I like the background noise. What's happening, Rich? Hello? Hang on. Put you on speaker. Go ahead, man.
The delay is only like 2 or 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah. That's fantastic. That's great. When I used, when David and I, my son and I were using the OBS, the delay was like 30 seconds. It was really, going to be really confusing for people. So, yeah. So blah, blah, blah. So you can see I'm live now. I'm not really doing it yet though. So how we're going to work it. So they'll submit the questions via the Google Forms, and then probably you text me when everyone's in, or call me. They'll text me. Or no, you send it on Facebook, of course. Yeah. And
all I can do is maybe do like a screenshot or like a top 3 of like who's in like the instead of going through the whole list.
Yeah. And then it's because it's not like regular. And then like at the end of each one, I could mention who's in the lead and stuff, and send me the forms like you did the other, the link to the sheets, And
You want? I just got settled in. Do you want me to send you all the forms now, or do you want to wait?
I wonder if you want to send them all now. That'd be good.
I can do that.
Take your time though. Yeah.
I can copy and paste the links, and maybe I don't know if it makes it sense if it's easier to email it.
You know what? It works fine if you give it to me as we go along.
All right, yeah, we'll do that because I don't want to complicate it. You get the wrong.
Yeah.
You get the wrong form. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go right now with the Google Doc, and I'm gonna send it the sign-in the sheet.
Yeah.
I'll post it on here so that you can. I'll send it in Facebook Messenger so that you can post the fucking.
I'll post the sign-in. I posted the link already. I also posted the sign-up sheets. Yeah. So.
For the sign-in sheet.
No, I posted the link for the feed, for the YouTube feed, so people can sign on now if they wanted to. I'm gonna send you the Google Forms now for the sign-in sheet. Okay. I also wrote up some talking points because last week I was kind of struggling to say shit, and since I won't have you to bounce stuff off of, I have 7 talking points I could riff on, So I got. I'll tell you later. You'll probably call me again before we get started. So yeah, send me those. Send me the Google form. I'll post it also, and you post it on your page too.
Yeah. You sent me another email with the team names on it, right?
Yeah. There's also added quarantine and Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a box. You could just write Gwyneth Paltrow. I'll remember it. So.
All right, hold on. I'm going to send you over the Google Forms now.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it. For the sign-in sheet.
Yeah. Looks. Oh, you just sent it. Wow, it was fast. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, I'll post it up too.
And like they can sign in, and I'll get the sheet up now.
Yeah. Yes, son. Yeah.
You didn't edit any more questions, right?
No, I did not. No, I figured we had enough. Yeah.
You have enough.
I mean, if we're really stuck, I could just go to some of the ones I already wrote, not on Google Slides, just on my text, my Jesus Christ, I can't remember words now. It's going downhill, Rich. Now, on my on my Word document. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I just opened up Google Slides.
Okay.
Google Slides up. Yeah, I'm not fucking falling apart. I see you put more beer bullies in my drinking team that they're in. I just got to add the teams that you put on the text message, right?
Yeah, you add those teams, please. Yes. Yeah.
Hold on, I got this fucking ticket.
Fuck it thing. Yeah.
All right, yeah. I'll the ones that you sent me via the text, I'll add on there right now.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
All right, and then like I said, I'll do you want me to hold off and not wait? I'll wait to give you the round 1 Google Doc thing.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we'll be all
right. Yeah. I'm just trying to here. So we'll be fine.
I'll hang up and I'll just keep you on live, and then we can communicate there.
Okay. Yeah, we can communicate via live chat and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See you. Bye-bye. Bye. Ah, fuck. Jesus. Son of a bitch. Oops. So not saying. All right, let's go to the other thing now. Where did you add that shit? Hey, man. Hello. Hey, Rich.
Put it up there. Change your status. It comes up with the YouTube studio thing. Just delete that, and then the link I sent you, put that in your status. So that's the true link.
Say that again.
The link that you put up on the website on your page. It's hold on. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, mute your thing.
I just paused that. I was like, gotta do something. The link I just gave you is the one that'll send you directly to your YouTube page in the live.
Oh.
The one, I think the one that you put up there, I don't know whether or not that'll work because it's showing up on your YouTube studio at but it's not like showing you the. Hold on.
It seemed to work. It seemed to work when I did it myself.
I know, because you're linking it to yourself, because you're going into your own studio.
Oh.
But if somebody's trying to log on,
okay.
You need the true YouTube watch page.
Okay. Okay.
So that link I just sent you, just take that, copy and paste that, and update your status, delete that YouTube studio thing, and then put your link in there. That link I just sent you in there, that'll send them directly to your real.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for telling me. Yeah.
But if you go on there now, I tried it, something went wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right now. Okay. Man, okay. Let me take that. All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I think I'll give you a heads up.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. You're the man.
I was looking at the Google Forms, and I'm like, holy fuck, I got 2016s already. And I felt like I had cleared the form out. I was like, fuck.
26 teams. Holy shit. Okay.
No. It was I didn't get you had to reset that form. Last week because all the teams that had signed up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, holy shit, we got 26 teams already.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, cool. Yeah, update that, and then any hiccups, then we'll go.
Yeah, I just updated it. Yeah, I'm doing it on my own personal page too, so I'm gonna put that there as well. So.
Perfect.
All right, man. Cool.
Cool.
Okay,
right.
Talk to you.
Sweet.
See you, man.
Bye.
Bye. That's funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fucking tired. Jesus. Ah, shit. All right, just time to kill, man. It kind of went on too early, but what the hell? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Some bitch. Ow. Jesus. I'm doing this standing up, and I'm writing it anyway. Up in my bedroom because my wife and brother-in-law downstairs, and they're got the TV on, blah blah blah. So it's really cool standing up. I think the angle's better, but even though I'm standing on yoga mats, my feet are getting sore, man. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh well. I have to deal with it, man. Oh. Doesn't make any difference. Doesn't make a dang bit of difference, man. Look at this one. Huh, oh, I got a thing in the back. Yeah, that's a little better. A little better. A little better. That's the mo better. As the kids say. Mo better. What's up, Coco? It's my co-host this evening. Say hi, Coco. She's got a new Seresto collar. It's good till November. Keep those bad fleas away. No beer for you. That's what I say. Kissy? Oh, sweet of you. Thank you. All right. Coco, I got to put you down. Not in that horrible sense. I got to put you down, on the floor. There you go. Good girl. Oh, let's print this bitch. Fucker. are telling us all they know, but the point is they don't know yet. But so how else they don't know? They gotta just keep trying to find out. Yeah, that's. Yes. Oh yeah, Donnie, you had lots of it. Cool. my talking points. All right. And Odachad. I'm gonna have to put on the light in here when it gets dark. Oh, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, I think I kind of started this feed too early. Now I just feel like obligated to stand in front of it. I got the slides ready, so just, copy and paste. We're good. Those are really good questions, Rich, too. I like them. Too bad we can't, get the images on. It was just going to be too onerous. But I was so impressed, not just because he's my son, man. The guy is he really is quite adept at finding, figuring these kind of things out. It was so ponderous. Forget it, it just couldn't be hardly done. Anyway, good questions. Yeah. Very nice, as the kids say. Hey, if you have any quote unquote talking points that I might be able to use, because I have 6 of them, which I figured between each and every one. But maybe you can message me talking points. I could riff off of them. I'm going to show that one, man, because this is not for kids, So there we go. There we go, bruh. Yeah. Technology. Like those guys you saw doing it, I mean, I guess they must have, I don't know. I don't know how they must have more of a budget than we do, I think. You know, maybe they have more of an online, like the one guy from Winnipeg. I was impressed. Like at first I wasn't impressed, but then I saw just to maintain that level of patter the whole time is pretty good. And he was wearing a tux and everything. So I'm not sure if I want to go that route. I just got a gimme t-shirt. This brewery, by the way, is defunct. It's in Saratoga. Went out of business a couple of years ago. What was it called? Old Saratoga or something. Never had the beer. I was doing trivia when I first started at the Dutch Ale House in Saugerties. And this brewery came down, a rep came down, giving away t-shirts and free beer and stuff. What could be wrong, you know? I don't recall the beer was good or bad. I'm sure it was, pretty decent. And that's a scoop, man. That's a story. That was a pretty cool place. It was a bit of a dive bar then. I don't know if you ever checked it out, Rich. Whatchamacallit, the Dutch Ale House. This guy, I forget his name. Funny story. Anyway, he and his wife ran it. He was from Brooklyn, moved up here and ran a brewery and a bar out of the Dutch Ale House. And it was a really cool dive bar. It had that dive bar vibe. It had a separate room for events, and there was a pool table and dartboard in there. And the left side was just a bar. And you're probably right about Death Wish Coffee. I think it was a different place though. I think they're out. No, those guys are out of this brewery's out of business. But anyway, talking about Dutch Ale House, and then they. He cashed out, sold it to another couple, and they kind of fancied it up and made it more, I don't know, ain't the same. Before it was a real dive bar, but it had pretty good food, gastropub stuff. They kind of kept the gastropub thing going, but now it's more expensive. But really cool bartenders. My friend Tori is a bartender there. She's pretty chill. So that's a story there at the Dutch Ale House. Oh, my other dog, Charlie's here. You know Charlie. Charlie, come here. Say hi to the folks, Charlie. There you go. He's a squirmer, though. He's about 6 months old now. Yeah, my other dog doesn't like he gets affection, but he's a pretty chill dude, aren't you, man? You're squirming around. Say hi to the peoples, buddy. All right, nah, he's like, put me down, Dad. Yeah, now he's chill. Give me a kissy, buddy. No. All right. Okay. He's okay, boy. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put you down now, Pally. There we go. He just wants to hang with his girlfriend Coco, and it's a story there. Yeah, man. So if you can think of any talking points, I kind of riffed all on that Dutch Ale House now. Funny thing was, he looked like, I'll tell you offline who he looked like. It's pretty funny. Yeah, Charlie really likes you. He wasn't feeling it. Yeah. Try something. Guys, you're making a lot of noise. Hey, Donna, how do we get the light to work up here? Donna, did the light bulb burn out in our bedroom? Yeah. The left cord, right? Doesn't seem to work. Maybe it's a downstairs thing. You know, we have that weird downstairs switch. Maybe it's that. Now it's working. Now is that thing. Oh, that's not good. Just yeah, those cocksuckers. I will. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. Hey, who's here so far? I see 5 people are watching. Sup, Jimmy? Every time I hear the name Jimmy, I think of Better Call Saul. That's what they call Saul Goodman now. Sup, Jimmy? Jimmy. All right. We're gonna start about a half an hour. There we go. Thereabouts. Had to clean up the room today. Be sure there's no stray, like, dirty laundry lying around. I think everything looks pretty chill. What's that green? Oh, that's down a shirt. Let me move that. There we go. It's a little better. What's that bottle of water there? Well, nothing much to see here for a half an hour, so I might bail, get a little something to eat, and we'll be, ready to roll at 7 o'clock. Try to keep it under 2 hours, maybe more like an hour and a half. But it should be fun. Hope everyone's holding up pretty well, because these are interesting times, aren't they? That's for sure. That is for sure. That is for sure. Talking points for, let's see. Just Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Oh. BRB, as the kids say.
Just quickly when you have all those.
Have myself a little sandwich. Hey, Rich. Um, one of my trivia guys are saying that the Google sign-in sheet didn't take him anywhere. I wonder what's up. I'll forward his thing to you and see if we can work it out or something. Okay. Hey, Martin. Jesus Christ. Oh, Christ, fuck, Jesus. Sorry. $15 minutes. Hoodies Hoodlums, last week's champions in the house. Let's see how it's going to work out for Marcus this time around. They're pretty good, though. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's a funny show, but it jumped the shark a little bit this year. A little bit. I like that guy. Is it TJ Smoove? What about he's a funny guy? It's a funny guy. Thinks he's a funny guy. And Rich, 4 points for Hoodies Hoodlums. Yeah, JB Smoove. Yeah. Funny guy. Hi, Sue. Two roads. That's the beer, Martin. I stand corrected. It's Two Roads, Little Heaven, something IPA. I can't read it, too dark. Oh, Session IPA. So 4.7 alcohol, not so bad. Pretty tasty, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Carrie, in my bedroom, because my wife's downstairs with the TV on, so it would make too much noise. This is Trivia Break is downstairs with TV on, you know. So, you know, you gotta maintain the maintain social. Well, I don't maintain social separation with my wife, but so TV on. Too much information, right? Sure, Rich. No prob, Rob, brah. Hey, Rich. Baby Carlos answered the mystery photo correctly, so give him 4 points. And I'm posting the link now to for the sign-in sheet. Eight minutes. Oh, come on. I think, Larry, just message me on Trivia Break or message Rich on Trivia Rich for the mystery photo. Dang, look at that. Gonna be on pretty soon. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. Yeah, Steve already did. That's right. Early on. You had to get up pretty early in the morning to hey, Rich, did you get 4 points for the Whitakers for the mystery photo? I'm sure you did. I am sure you did. And also here, thank you, Carly Ann. Hands are dry. Mm-hmm. Oh my. Jesus. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, we're about ready to start in a couple of minutes. I'm going to post the questions here in the chat column on YouTube. I'm also going to repeat them. And we post 5 questions at a time. And we'll give you about 5 to 6 minutes to fill them out and send them in. And then Trivia Rich at his place in Saugerties, he'll score them. I'm at my place in Lake Katrine. We're doing the social distancing thing. And then I will give you the answers at the end. So going to start in just a minute. Very cool. Oh, also, please, please, when you put in your answers, remember to put your team name at the top, because if you don't, it's very hard to know who you are, and it just slows things down. So I'm probably putting that in here. Remember to write your team name. Name each time. Okay, let's get ready to rumble. Very poor Michael Buffer there. So welcome to week 3 of online trivia. So happy that you came out again this evening. We'll do this as long as this COVID thing is going on until we're allowed to congregate again at our favorite watering holes for trivia. Keegan Ailes in Kingston, Grand Cru in Rhinebeck, couple new places, End Cut down in West Park, and also the Emerson on Route 20, Deuces as well in Poughkeepsie, and a few other places that we haven't mentioned. This summer will be at the Partition. Hopefully, if everything, plays out as we think it will, perhaps by May. They say baseball started in May. Anyway, so let me give you, for the first round, here are your questions, your question sheets. And you can read them there, and I will post them also. Question number 1 is as follows. Well, let me go to question number 1. I was always back to a different one. Question number 1. Okay. Rodin's The Thinker is believed to be about a portrait, I should say, of what Italian poet? Rodin's famous statue, The Thinker, is believed to be a statue of what famous Italian poet? Rodin's The Thinker is believed to be a portrait of what Italian poet? Question number 2, pretty easy. Who played the Keymaster in the movie The Ghostbusters? Who played the Keymaster? Yes, in the movie The Ghostbusters. My kids loved that back in the day. They're in their 30s now. Who played the Keymaster in the movie Ghostbusters? Who are you going to call? I heard all of you were answering. That was cool. Okay, question number 3, the sports category, if you will, sports category. It seems like a cushy job, but rowers will say otherwise. Who steers the shell and motivates the rowers in a crew race? Who steers the shell and motivates the rowers in a crew race? In a crew, oh, too many characters. Okay, who steers the shell and motivates the rowers otherwise in a crew race? Who steers the shell and motivates the rowers in a crew race? Okay, your next question, question number 4. Now we're talking about fly like an eagle. Yes, what famous American was nicknamed the Lone Eagle? What famous American was nicknamed the Lone Eagle? The Lone Eagle. What famous American nicknamed the Lone Eagle? Let us know that as well. And your final question for the first round. We now go to bad guys. Bad guys. What literary villain died during a struggle at Reichenbach Falls? What literary villain died during a struggle at Reichenbach Falls? Let us know. Thank you. Here are all your questions write them in as soon as you can on your answer sheets. And please be sure to put your team name at the very top of the answer sheet. So it's about 3 minutes after 7. We'd like to have all answers in by, let us say, 5 minutes, 7:08, 7:09. Meantime, while we're filling up time, I was wondering, nothing to do with the questions, but what do you do about the haircut, this time of, during this COVID thing? I know a few people who are giving haircuts, but they probably shouldn't be doing it with the social distancing thing. If they do, I guess they really got to protect themselves with the masks and everything. Don't know if any barbershops are open, but a friend of mine on Facebook noticed that one of the many barbershops on Broadway in Kingston was open. And are they supposed to be open? Who knows? So let's assume he was not, and he's not going to be open because really it's not like a necessary thing. Yeah, your hair grows long. Thank you, Sue. I don't think when you're at my age, hair growing long would look good. So anyway, what's a person to do? I'm due one in a couple of weeks. My favorite spot. I remember people had Flowbees where that's. I never saw one working, but perhaps it did a good job. My brother-in-law, who we're going to talk about later, has one of those hair clipper things. He says he just cuts his hair with a number 3 cut all around. So I'm not sure if that would work for me because I like to do this little flip up the front there, that Caesar kind of thing. So, and he's not able to do that, nor is Donna's son, Corey, my stepson, Corey. So I was almost considering maybe I'll just, shave it all down, see what's it's gonna look like in about 20 years. There were one of those apps you had on your phone about picture yourself bald. Just didn't look good, so I'm not ready for that. So don't think I'm gonna shave it all. No, we can't do music, Sue. Copyright restrictions, and also my son David tried to help us with putting music on. It was just so onerous to do it. It was like a 20-second lag time. And Dave's pretty good. My son Dave is pretty good with technical stuff in terms of computers and music mixing, what have you. But it was just going to be too onerous. So no music. So sorry. Just my patter for 5 minutes. So where was I? Okay. So do I shave it down? I don't think I'm gonna do that. I can wear a baseball hat. Got lots of cool baseball hats on all my baseball trips. Used to do that every summer. Thank you, Zach. Used to do that every summer with my brother-in-law, Willie. We go on a baseball trip, only a few stadiums I haven't seen yet. I was planning to go to Colorado. I don't think so, Sue. You don't want to hear that. The other Sue Palosoto. Remember Sue Lichtenberg? Both of you guys went to Fredonia. You might remember Sue Palosoto, Sue Lichtenberg. Sue was WCVF with me, but that's a little esoteric. Anyway, so you can wear wear a baseball hat till it grows back in. Hard to say. And otherwise, okay, what are women doing? To get your hair done. Got to do something. I guess we're just gonna have a little more hair wow. I got 2 more minutes to kill as we move forward. Maybe barbershops are open. I don't know, but the one on Broadway, one of my Facebook friends was quite taken back that they were still open, with the look at the dogs trying to fight there. Can you see the dogs in the corner? There's Charlie, he's the Chihuahua, the brown and white one, and Coco is a female, and Charlie is all over Coco, and Coco is not having it. But anyway, so he gave up. That's not like him. Yeah. Otherwise, so haircuts, who knows? Hairstyling, hard to say. I know dentists will be open for emergency stuff if you have a horrible toothache, but if it's just some regular cleaning and stuff, you're just going to better be flossing those teeth regularly because they're not going to schedule you for cleanings in the meantime. So we have 1 more minute to get in your answers. Rich, if you want to text me how we're doing, you can message me. Let me know how we're doing in terms of all answers. Remember, of course, to put your team names on each and every answer. 5 questions. We'd like 5 answers. So as I used to say at Keegan Ailes, walk it up, but clearly you can't walk it to me. It'd be a long walk, and maybe the vet. Yeah, what do you do? I know that Kingston Animal Hospital's taking appointments, but you have to wait outside while your dog is being being serviced. I don't know. So gotta wait. Vets are open, doctors are open. I need to adjust my my psychotropic medication, I think. Just kidding there. Okay, 7:08, that's been 5 minutes. Rich, are all answers in? You can feel free to message me, and I don't see a message yet from Rich, so I'm going to assume all answers are in. And let me know if Jean Gigi has gotten her her answer sheet in. She's not sure. So Jean, my buddy Rich is handling the technical end. I'm doing the announcing end. No need to be sorry about anything. Okay, I'm going to assume answers are in. If you haven't yet, Amanda Mungas wants us to hold on. Rich is almost there. I don't want to go through another talking point because I only have, I wrote them down this time. Submit them if you would, Amanda. That'd be wonderful. I know a lot of Amanda. Are you Amanda from Bad Wolf or a different Amanda? I know Bad Wolf is here. There's Amanda and Martin and Brenda. Brenda's a yogini. That's if you're a woman as a yogi, you are a yogini. Woke up with a stiff neck the other day, and I learned yoga pretty much from the Wii, the Wii video game we had, and it helped. You get a stiff neck, try your yoga. It can't, as my grandmother would say, it couldn't hurt. So give it a go. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Sue, for resending. Rich, how are we doing? I'm jonesing to give answers. So if everyone's in, that'd be just wonderful. So we had 5 questions the first round. Going to go to the second round in a little bit. I'm not going to post them yet, but I got an itchy trigger finger to do so. So I have copied them, ready to post them. Let me know, Rich, when we are ready to give answers. I'm going to assume it's been 8 minutes already, so more than enough time. Okay, 4 teams left. I would say cut it off, but because I'm kind of talked out on these talking points. All right, so let's repeat the questions while the 4 teams are waiting to walk them up. So we have The Thinker. Rodin's The Thinker, believed to be a portrait of what Italian poet? Question number 2, who played the Keymaster? What actor played the Keymaster in the movie Ghostbusters? In the rowing category, a specific person steers the shell and motivates the rowers in a crew race. What's the name of that person? What's he called or she called? Number 4, what famous American was nicknamed the Lone Eagle? What famous American was nicknamed the Lone Eagle? And lastly, number 5, what literary villain died during a struggle at Reichenbach Falls? Reichenbach Falls. I'm assuming all answers are in. I'm going to post them now. Here we go. Here are your answers. We have Dante Alighieri. Dante, the famous Italian poet, the Divine Comedy, Inferno, all that. Number 2, funny guy in Spaceballs also, Rick Moranis. Rick Moranis played the Keymaster. Are you a god? Next time I ask you if you're a god, you better say you're a god. Number 3 is the cox or the coxswain, typically a smaller person of lighter weight, but has an important role steering the shell and motivating the team, with the stroke, that kind of thing. Charles Lindbergh. Charles Lindbergh was nicknamed the Lone Eagle. Watched a couple episodes of the adaptation of the Philip Roth's Plot Against America. I read the book, so it's kind of hard to watch the series. But anyway, Lindbergh not treated kindly in that novel. And finally, the villain who died on Reichenbach Falls was Professor James Moriarty. James Moriarty, to you, buddy. James Moriarty. Sherlock Holmes, of course, was the other protagonist in that one. Okay, thanks, guys, for answers. Moving forward, let me give you your answer sheets for your next round of questions. This is for round 2, if you will. Going to post it in just a second. Hang tight, hang chilly, as the kids say. Here we go now for your second round of questions here. I'm not sure, Martin. I really didn't read it. It's a hole in my reading, if you will. Okay, there are your questions for round 2, and I will read them off to you moving forward. Okay, round two. Come on. I'm talking to myself. Don't mind. It's a picture round, if you will. So no, I don't think I need to post them. Yeah, I don't have to post them. It's all a picture round. So walk it up when you walk it up. Give you 5 minutes. All the picture round. It's on the answer sheets now. Be sure to put your names down on your answer sheet. Walk it up. There are 5 people in this picture round. Let us know who each and every one is, and something ties it all together. Why don't you let us know that as well when you get a moment? So walk it up when you have it. All right. So what else I was talking about? We all are missing sports. I mean, I know it's a diversion to real life, and perhaps it's a good thing. We have to confront our own neuroses and problems that we have otherwise. But in terms of Major League Baseball, you may have heard about it. There's an idea floating around, and they're taking it quite seriously, that they're going to do a shortened Major League Baseball season, starting perhaps the end of May, with all the games played around the Phoenix, Arizona area, with no spectators at all, just like a TV event. There's a lot of baseball facilities around the Phoenix area. You've got the Major League Baseball Stadium, Chase Field, where the Arizona Diamondbacks play. And in addition, a lot of spring training is done in the Cactus League, they call it, in Arizona. There are apparently 10 Major League ready practice facilities in Arizona. So they're going to do televised triple headers once a week, like the old Game of the Week on NBC, where 3 games in a row, 6 different teams, of course, and then do double headers at the Major League fields. And they figure since Arizona is pretty much warm, all year, they will be able to continue the season on into November, perhaps December, and have a bit of a Major League Baseball season. It'll be pretty interesting. All bets are off. It's just we are in unprecedented times. So I think it's a good idea. No fans in the stands. Then when the regular, quote unquote, regular season is over, they'll have it sounded like a round robin playoff system to be played in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sounds like a good idea as well. But New York Mets fans will remember that when the Mets had a farm team in Las Vegas, they're not there now. And make sure you put your team names at the top. Thank you, Rich. The hitters that played in the thin air in AAA Las Vegas, they were world beaters there in Las Vegas. 30, 40 home runs, averages in the mid 350s. Thereabouts, and they get up to the big leagues in New York and Flushing, the dense air. There should be a connection, Jennifer, a bit of a connection, a tenuous connection at best, but there's a connection there to answer Jennifer. Meantime, so the thin air in Las Vegas, these guys would be world beaters. You think, oh man, when they come to the Mets, we're all set. But then when they get to the dense, humid air at Flushing, Citi Field, they fell back to earth. A few of them still were good, like Jeff McNeil, but otherwise, there's no space for the. Oh man, I don't know what we're going to do. Hey, Rich, you saw Marcus's answer there. As the kids say, I don't know what to do about that. Rich, figure something out. Or else we're just going to say everyone got 5 points for it. By the way, there's no wagering. Just 1 point each for each correct answer. So when the players who come to Flushing, they would crash down to earth. Jeff McNeil stayed pretty good. Of course, Pete Alonso is just a world beater. And the other first baseman, I can't remember his name for the life of me. I'm just forgetting it right now. But he didn't fare well either. So what do you think? It should be pretty interesting if baseball continues. I think it will. By the way, I hope everyone's doing well. Rich, how are we doing for answers, buddy? I'd like to give answers now. Are you sure, Marcus, there's no space to put your team name? I'm sure I haven't seen it yet. I don't do that part. So anytime. So we got baseball. We have football coming up. They plan a season. And the only sport that is continuing on, and I just don't like it. You know, the UFC thing just seems too unfair, too violent. Yeah, Dom Smith. Thank you, Zach. Dominic Smith, left fielder now for the Mets. Pretty good player, but nowhere nearly as good as he was in Las Vegas. Okay, forget about the connection then, Marcus, you bastard. We'll scratch the connection. I'm not going to give you the connection yet. I'll tell you later, but don't worry about the connection. It was tenuous. I didn't get it myself until Rich told me. Meantime, so yeah, the UFC is planning to continue on with their season. The commissioner, the owner of UFC, Dana White, I think, he has bought a private island, and he's flying in international fighters to fight there and domestic fighters. I guess they have to clear a health protocol to be sure they're COVID free. And it'll be a televised sport. I don't think it'll be any live people, but he's going to continue doing his deal there. And Larry, no clues for these pictures. Okay, how are people doing? Anyone not up with their answers yet? If you like UFC, you can certainly check it out. I personally don't like it. It just seems too violent, man. That's how I am. I figure once the person is knocked down, you shouldn't be allowed to keep hitting. It just seems so macabre, so violent. So I go more for the boxing thing. Although I do claim though that MMA is safer in terms of maybe they did. Marcus gave it away. Okay, they say it's safer in terms of the head trauma thing, but I don't know. Okay, I'm talked out on this talking point, man. So if all the answers are in, that'd be great. I certainly would like that to be the case. If you haven't yet, get him to Rich now. He will give you, and we'll give you the answers. They are 5 people. Let us know who they are on the image. I'm going to post it in just a little bit. I'm going to assume answers are in. Jennifer Norris says to hold on. That's a song by the Alabama Shakes, a pretty good song too. I haven't seen much from Donna, and I called her on half are in. Are you kidding me? Oh my word. Okay. Carry, just carry. All right. Okay, I gotta go through another talking point, I think. If anyone has another one, just send it to me and I'll riff on it. Let's see, where do we go with this? Okay. I got a letter from DMV. My license is going to expire this coming June. Every 10 years, your license, you need to renew it. But it's not like registration. You just send it in. You got to do the eye test, right? So as that licenses that have Seraphin. The website says that licenses that have expired after March 1st are extended. They didn't say for how long, so I'm not quite I'm not quite sure how much time I have. But so the same thing with your passport. If you need what are you going to do if you have to travel this year? Because we were planning to go to St. Thomas. Of course, it's a U.S. territory, but they still like you to have a passport there. So I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think I'm good about the license. But meantime, Mrs. Trivia Break, her license expired just the day before March 1st. She figured out a little time. February 27th, hers expired. I touched my face. Sorry. So what's going to happen after that? Because she can't renew online, clearly, and the motor vehicles offices are closed. So, I doubt if anyone's answering there because the website, Sioux Paul, says that they're closed. So they are there. Maybe in Chautauqua County, but in Ulster, maybe someone answers. A good call, Sue. We'll try that for my wife's license because we got to get the. Rich, what's up with number 5? Carrie keeps asking, and I don't know. So no one can submit number 5. If no one can, I'm just going to assume that let's see what number 5 is. Number 5 was a woman of an older vintage with a hat on her head. She's wearing a hat. Okay. What do they say? What's the rule for driving? You have to. Hey, Rich is calling me. Okay. Hey there, Mr. Rich. You want me just to put the answers up? Okay. Okay, cool. All right. All righty, cool. Bye. All right, guys, here are your answers to the 5 picture questions. Number 1, they called her Lady Day. Billie Holiday, very sad, great singer. Oh my God, what a singer. And she died in the late 40s, early 50s from drug overdose. Treated very poorly, but what a talent. Number 2 is the director, Francis Ford Coppola. Francis Ford Coppola. There's a sucker born every minute. That quote is attributed, although it is debatable, to P.T. Barnum. Number 4 is Tackleberry. Wasn't he the RoboCop's partner, if you will? And number 5 is Marjorie Stoneham Douglas. Marjorie Stoneham Douglas is your 5th answer. Marjorie Stoneham Douglas. All right, moving on now to round number 3. Rich, if you would please send me the answer sheets so I can let the peeps know what they have in store. The categories we have cartoons. We have It's an Olympic Moment. We follow that with your next category, which is Let's Share. After Let's Share, we go to the funny papers, and your last category is My Sister's Keeper. Maybe not. Okay, let's give you the answer sheet, though. Why don't we? Here we are. Okay, send you that answer sheet. Remember, as Rich said, we really do want you to put your team name down each and every time. Team name down, please, each and every time. All right, here are your answers. Come on, man. I'm talking to myself. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. Here is round number 3, your answer sheets for round number 3 is as follows. Here we go. Thank you so much. Okay. Answer sheets for number 3. All right, walk it up when you know it, so to speak. Thank you. Your answer sheets for your 3rd round, and let's post them here as well, make it a little bit easier. Question number 1, at what U.S. city did Bugs Bunny traditionally lament taking a left turn? At what U.S. city did Bugs Bunny traditionally lament about taking a left turn, as he said in the Bronx or Brooklyn accent of that day? Here we go, question number 1. Question number 2. Now we go from Bugs Bunny to an Olympic moment. What Olympic sport includes tucks, twists, and pikes? What Olympic sport includes tucks, twists, and pikes? You will not see the Olympics this summer. It has been postponed, the Tokyo Olympics, to 2021. What Olympic sport includes tucks, twists, and pikes? Question number 3. In the Let's Share category, what 2 countries share the famous Matterhorn, the mountain? What 2 countries share the Matterhorn? The Matterhorn. What 2 countries share the Matterhorn? Get it to Trivia Rich as soon as you can, please. Thank you. Fourth question of this round. We were talking about baseball earlier. What comic strip character's favorite baseball player was the fictional Joe Schlabotnik? I know Sue Lichtenberg's going to get that one. What comic strip character's favorite baseball player was the fictional Joe Schlabotnik? Joe Schlabotnik. And lastly, your last question, question number 5 in the 3rd round. Who was sent to the electric chair based on the testimony of her own brother, David Greenglass? Who was sent to the electric chair based on the testimony of her own brother, David Greenglass? Who was sent to the electric chair based on the testimony of her brother, David Greenglass? So walk them up when you know it. Get it to Trivia Rich. It is now about 7:28. Get it to us before 7:33, within about 5 minutes. That'd be wonderful. Okay, so earlier, spelling does not matter, Sue, not to worry. Earlier, we spoke about Las Vegas, where the Mets had their farm club, and where, in fact, baseball this summer is probably going to have a round-robin tournament to crown a World Series champion. It's be different this year. So speaking of Vegas, the National Football League draft is going to continue as scheduled in Las Vegas this April 23rd and 25th. They're going to have to work it out, do the whole social distancing thing with the drafted players, perhaps 6 feet apart, or maybe they'll just do it all via televised hookup. That probably would be safer. Clearly, not a public event. Now, what's funny is, well, not funny, haha, just odd. I assumed that this is the first year it would not be at Radio City Music Hall in New York City. But in fact, the last time it happened at Radio City was back in 2014, 6 years ago. And what's the real reason they left New York? If you're a fan of the New York Knicks, you'll definitely know why. Radio City Music Hall is owned by James Dolan and his company Cablevision. James Dolan, who took a playoff team in 1999 and just drove them into the ground with lots of questionable decisions. Pretty much, can't say the worst, professional sports owner, but he definitely is there. But what does he care? It sells out all the time, so he still makes money. So what was going on with James Dolan and Radio City Music Hall? The year that they left, 2014, he forced the NFL to postpone their draft 2 weeks because he didn't want to interfere with the Rockettes spring show that he personally had a hand in selecting the numbers they did. So I know nothing against the Rockettes, amazing athleticism and talented and all that, and it's fun. I saw it as a kid. No interest to see it after that. So they had to postpone the 2014 draft 2 weeks then because Dolan would not reschedule Radio City's Rockettes 2014 spring show. Interesting about Dolan, James Dolan, is he has a personal hand with the Knicks, and they're in the toilet, man. They're just they haven't been good for so long. But he really, although he owns the Rangers as well, the New York Rangers hockey team, he has little interest in hockey. So the Rangers are, I'm not a big hockey fan, but certainly they are competent at what they do, and they've had a few good seasons. And that's probably due to him having little interest in how the New York Rangers play. Thankfully, the Wilpons, the Coupons as we call them, the owners of the New York Mets, are not as bad as James Dolan, but they're certainly trying their best. A lot of interference with day-to-day management. The rumor was that last year, the younger Wilpon, the son of Wilpon, was calling up the then manager Mickey Dolenz. No. Oh man! Hey Zach, help me out. Post his name. The old manager of the Mets. He was calling in each what relief pitcher to put in, and that's why all those questionable decisions about the relief pitchers were not due to Mickey Tettleton. He was a catcher with the Orioles. Dang, I can't remember his name. It was a kind of Mickey Callaway. Yeah, the golf guy, Mickey Callaway. So I thought he was going to be okay, but it turned out not to be, and he lost his job. And now he's the pitching coach with the California Angels, who always seem to underperform also. There's some great players. Albert Pujols, another guy who's going to be a Hall of Famer for sure. But meantime, so that's the deal with Mickey Callaway. I guess we'll see how this guy Rojas is going to do. Yeah, thank you, Zach. Mickey Callaway. We'll see how this new guy Rojas is going to do. And then, oh man, of course, Carlos Beltran, lost a job due to the cheating scandal with the Houston Astros. And you see that deal? There's a movement now in Houston. Local bar is all annoyed with the Astros pitcher that out of the whole thing, Mike Flyers. And they're handing out pint beer glasses that don't say Harpoon Lager on it. It says snitches get stitches with a picture of Mike Flyers. Fires, is it? And then true, Zach. And then one of the catcher, Evan Gaddis, was kind of condoning that whole thing. Not condoning it, but thought it was a funny thing. He apologized as well, just like that idiot guy, the assistant secretary, acting secretary of the Navy, who resigned today because of those horrible comments that he had about Brian Crozier, the captain of the Theodore Roosevelt, who backed his sailors up, men and women up, because a few of them had the COVID-19 virus and wanted 90% of the crew to be evacuated, not to catch it. Turns out he had it also, and then the acting secretary just really just dense comments. What was he thinking of? Just saying the guy was an idiot. It was just bad. The optics not good, and he had the good sense to relieve himself of the command. Hey, Rich, how are we doing with the answers, Brahim? I'm assuming we're pretty close to getting them. I'm going to copy them now, not post them yet, but that was a fun round, if you will. History, cartoons, sports. And there's my buddy Rich. How you doing, brother? Hey, Rich. All in?
I mean, the Virgil suspect, I didn't get anything from that, but they may have handed something in, but maybe they want to resubmit it, but everybody's in.
Okay, all answers are in. Very cool. Thanks, brother.
I just got it. I just got it. All for the all.
Okay, fantastic. All answers in. Wonderful. A well-oiled machine. Just can't be. Okay. So, Bugs Bunny regretted making the left turn at Albuquerque, New Mexico. A bad left turn. The diving thing, yes, the pike tuck and the other one, twist and tuck, diving. I was looking at gymnastics also, but diving clearly. The Matterhorn Mountain, shared by Italy and Switzerland. Joe Schlabotnik, a fictional baseball player, the favorite player of Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown had a Joe Schlabotnik fan club. I started one. And lastly, what a story, man. Back in the Red Scare of the 50s, Ethel Rosenberg was sent to the electric chair based on testimony of her brother, David Greenglass. I was doing a little research on that, and J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI director, did not want her to be executed. He felt if she was kept in stir in jail, why then she might start naming names as to the other commie bastards. So let's give you the scores now. At the end of one of three periods, we have a big 7 points for Gwyneth Paltrow's Head in a Box, 8 points for the Fredonians, 8 points for I can't read it. There's the Quarantine. There's N in quarantine. There's no something in quarantine. Sorry. You know who you are. Mike Honcho Flying Solely, 8 points. The Mongolian Naval Recruits, 8 points. More Beer Please, 9. With 9 points, we find Useless Legs. A three-way tie, third place, 10 points apiece. Baby Carlos, the Whitakers, Quarantine, and My Drinking Team Has a Trivia Problem. With 11 points each, we have the Brutal Suspects and Urethra Franklin. Very nice. I'm going to tell her you said that. Urethra Franklin. And a three-way tie for first. We have a two-way tie for second. We have Hoodies Hoodlums and Back by Memorial Day, hopefully. And in first place, standing alone, 13 points, is Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf with 13 points in the lead at the end of round three. Okay. All right. Let's go now. I think it's round 2. All right. Here we go now with your next set of questions in the fourth round. Next set of questions. I'm going to post them in just a second. Let me give them to you with feeling, if you will. Here we are. Tuck, pike, and twist. They're also gymnastics terms, but specifically we're looking for diving. Okay. Carly, we are here. Okay. All right. posted the questions, and that's your answer sheet. Send it to Trivia Rich when you can. This is another round, another picture round. So you will see there are 5 pictures. There's a baseball player. There is a TV character. There are 3 guys, not 5 guys, 3 guys. There's an attractive woman, black and white picture, and there is a man with age spots on his forehead. And he's wearing a yellow tie, and he has a bright smile. Who is he? And then also let us know the connection. There's a common connection to all 5. I think you'd be able to figure it out. Let us know that connection. Does that include your bonus points? I will tell you in a second. I don't feel that it does, Lolly, but let me check. We want, Rich, sir, that we want the character or the actor. I'm thinking, in terms of the actor, we tell us the character. The character would be what we want there. And in terms of, no, this does not include your extra credit. Does not include the 4 points. So we'll add that in a little bit. No, if you're asking that question, Lolly, this does not include anyone who sent in the 4 points of extra credit. Okay, helping out there, I hope. All right, so, yeah, right. Okay, where we go now? So we spoke about my license. Let's see. So, okay, I have a whole lot of stuff about conspiracies. It's pretty cool. So I'm not going to go there yet. Talking about social distancing here. The good thing is it's bringing people out of their houses to walk the neighborhoods. I kind of do that on a daily basis. I have 3 dogs. You've seen the 2 smaller ones. And an older one, Maggie, is a 12-year-old lab mix. She can only go 1 time around the block, which is just shy of 5 miles. Then the Chihuahua, I'll take him twice around the block. He does maybe a little shy of a mile. But then my Penny Poo, she's a miniature pinscher, mini poodle mix. She demands a long walk. So I try to do 4.5 miles. She'll walk, and the other 2 walk smaller amounts. I kind of do them all in tandem. Anyway, so I'm encountering, on my walks, I'm encountering people that I haven't seen before. Generally good. Nice to see the neighbors and stuff. Seeing people you haven't seen already, doing their yard work and stuff. A couple of people you'd stop by like, oh man, this guy's gonna talk my ear off. I gotta think of an excuse to bail. But I met this other guy who was just walking by himself with a Yankees hat. I didn't hold that against him. But you might have met someone who takes 10 minutes to tell a story that could be told in 30 seconds. Well, he's that guy. Bumped into him the other day. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version of his story. My wife and my son work at Alliance Hospital, Kingston Hospital in Kingston. And they've gotten better about it. When the COVID thing first started, they wanted them to reuse their masks that are generally only supposed to be used once. So the guy I met, his son lives in Chicago, and a hospital there was sterilizing those masks that they had with an ultraviolet light. His son in Chicago told them, "You're doing it all wrong. I can design an ultraviolet light for you, which will do the job." He did it, showed them how to do it, and story over, right? I did it in 30 seconds. It took him 10 minutes to tell me the damn story. And he's not picking up on my body language. The dog is pushing me, barking at me. She wants to go. She's jumping on me. And I'm kind of twisting my hips the other way, like I want to go, but he keeps going on and on. And, what am I going to do? I'm a polite guy, but after a while, you just have to bail on the guy. So now if I see him coming, I kind of walk the other way. Man, what are you going to do, man? You got to. So Rich, they're claiming, they're saying they can't submit number 5. So don't know the story there. I'll describe the guy too. Well, you've seen him, who he is. Funny looking guy, glasses, bright smile, age spots on the head, wearing an American flag pin, which is nice. So who is that guy as well? If you want, you could just type it on the screen. And we could just work it out that way. Or else I'll just give you the points on that. So that's probably a better way to go. We'll just give you the points for that one. So let us know who number 5 is. There are 5 people. There is a connection there. Sorry, my nose is itching. I'm the only one here. I'm going to wash my hands when I'm done. No one else is going to touch my computer. So yeah, as my buddy Trivia Rich is saying, you get a free point on that one. Everyone gets number 5. He is the famous guy who, not famous, but he had a famous quote, former FCC chairman who described TV, I want to say in the mid-60s, as a vast wasteland. And he is Newton Minow. Everyone getting credit for that one. Newton Minow is the answer there. So where are we with this? So the guy that keeps, don't worry about it, Carly. Everyone gets credit for number 5. Everyone gets here, posted here. Everyone gets credit for number 5. Sorry, Carly. My daughter's name, who goes by, Carly, the other Carly that I'm close to, my daughter Carly, goes by Sequoia nowadays, like the giant redwood. And is it a redwood? I don't know, but she is Sequoia. So now you're the closest Carly to me. So that means something. Don't know what, but it does mean something. Yeah, so going on about the guy that doesn't pick up on body language and keeps talking about the sterilizing the masks. I was looking to buy a mask online. They had these ones that look like the Bane villain in Batman, but I didn't want to go there with it. So they had another one, but has like a breathing thing here, pretty cool. So I was about to order it, and then the note came up that it's not, the expected delivery date is going to be the end of May, early June. It's coming from abroad. So I'm thinking, man, what do I need this for end of May, early June? That'd be a little too late, won't it? In the meantime, maybe it's not, but you want to protect yourself between then and now. Otherwise, I saw a thing on TV today. You can make a mask out of a long sleeve T-shirt, kind of tied around, but then it's like a hood also. So, and I don't think I would go for that, but say you got to really, I don't know who knew number 5, but that's a tough one. You really have to be into the FCC to know it. So they have ways to make the mask yourself at home. You could use a bandana. You could use a bra. A D cup might be too big, but the B cup or something would be all right. Yeah, Larry did number 5. Of course he did. He's in the he's in the media. So anyway, that's the story there. Hey, Rich, how are we? A lot of people saw me. Hey, Sue, send me a mask, will you? No, you don't have to do it. I'll be able to. Hey, Tim Hurley's on. All right, cool. Hey, Tim, I'm going to assume we need about 2 minutes. Because I'm running out of stuff to talk about. So 2 minutes. Yeah. Hard to type. No, it's not hard. Just got to be good at it. Okay, 2 minutes. All right. So talked about the masks. Long delay. Wear them. Talking now. Probably it's going to be mandatory soon that we do it. Not to get too serious, but it seemed like we plateaued, hopefully, in terms of people dying in this state from COVID. But then today was the worst day. But we're feeling it. Hey, Rich. Okay, two more teams. Okay, all right. So, all right. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So as Rich said, we have 1 minute, one more minute to send us your answers and kindly do so. So 1 minute, walk up your answers. 2 more teams, now just 1 team, I think. So you know who you are. Walk it up, please, as soon as you can. Yeah, okay. No place to put theme, but the theme was obvious. I think all of you knew. We will give you credit for that also. The theme, was there was a movie about that, All Things Aquatic, if you will. So, all right. So we're about to go into our next section, which is going to be not a picture round, thankfully. We're going to be talking now about instead. We will be moving on to our next round in just a little bit, and going to be now. I'll give you the categories, and then we'll post the answer sheets for you. We're going to go to airports, After that, we'll have art. Then we'll go to movies. Then we will go to professions. And your last category is going to be, let's start over. We have airports. We have the TV and lingerie connection, Then we have art. Then we have movies. And then we have professions. Rich, if you want, would you send me the link to the answer sheets in just a second? And I'm going to assume all answers are in. If you haven't yet, now's the time to walk it in, please. Walk it up to us. I'm going to post the answers in just a little bit. Give me your 30 seconds, and then if you're not in, well, then it's just too slow, no go, okay? 15 seconds, get it to us as less rounds. We're going to try to cut it down after 7 rounds this week, so keep it under 2 hours for reals. Okay, here are your answers to your last set of questions. The theme, of course, everything to do with fish, with things aquatic. Number 1 is a great baseball player with the California Angels, Mike Trout, hailing from New Jersey. Okay. Then we have the detective Phil Fish, the character played by that great actor Abe Vigoda. Number 3, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Number 4, a younger Goldie Hawn. And the last one, the tough one that only Larry knew, but everyone got credit. Newton Minnow is your last one. Okay, your next set of questions. We are moving along, and it's not going to last as long as last week, so let me get you your next set of questions. Here we go. Let's get rid of that. Okay, thank you, Rich. Next set of questions are as follows. If I send you the wrong ones, I think I might have sent the wrong ones right now. If I have, I'm sure you're going to let me know. Here is your next set. Your next set, if you will. All right, there we go. Is the right one? That the right one? Let me know if I said the wrong one. I think I said the right one, though. Okay. Next set of questions after Mike Trout. First question, the category is airports. In what U.S. city is Louis Armstrong International Airport? Louis Armstrong International Airport. In what U.S. city would you find Louis Armstrong International Airport? There you go. Okay, here we are. Question number two this time of this round. Question number 2. TV and lingerie connection. What was the title of the Kirstie Alley TV show in which her character ran a lingerie company? What was the name of the Kirstie Alley TV show in which her character ran a lingerie company? There we go. Question 4. This category. Question 3. Petunia number 2. Petunia number 2 was the first of the giant flower canvases painted by what famous artist? Petunia number 2 was the first of the giant flower canvases to be painted by what artist? Petunia number 2, the first of the giant flower canvases to be painted by what artist? Question number 4. In Home Alone, what animal did Buzz keep as a pet? In Home Alone, what animal did Buzz, Macaulay Culkin's brother in that movie, what animal did Buzz keep as a pet? In Home Alone, what animal did Buzz keep as a pet? And lastly, question number 5, your last question of this round. Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright. Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright are famous for their accomplishments in what field? Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright are famous for their accomplishments in what field? Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright famous for their accomplishments in what field? There are your questions. Once again, try to get it to us as soon as you can. We'd like to limit it to 5 minutes, but if you don't, we can stretch it a little bit. So we spoke about the social distancing, and people just love these conspiracy theories. Nothing really to do with social distancing. Mrs. Trivia Break came across this on her Facebook feed. People who like to believe that everything is a conspiracy theory are talking about what they call Event 201. Event 201. So they believe it's a government plot but it's not. What it is an exercise that was put on last October by Johns Hopkins University with help from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the World Economic Forum, right? So it was a pandemic response scenario that simulates, just oddly, a novel coronavirus outbreak that diversion from this one. It starts in Brazil from pig farms and then spreads to people. And then in the very overpopulated slum areas of Rio de Janeiro and such, it went person to person. Somehow a Brazilian or a traveler to Brazil then went to South Africa where it became a bad outbreak there. And then someone traveled by air from South America to Portugal. And from Portugal, it spread all over the world to the US, then to China, to Russia, and then all over Europe. So lots of societal and political breakdown. 18 months later, a vaccine came out. But in the meantime, 65 million people worldwide died in this scenario with lots of economic consequences. So clearly, the timing was bad. The similarities are just crazy, prescient, if you will. But have to say, it was just an exercise. But people are running with it. Donna my wife got a message saying it's important to spread this message around. Facebook keeps taking down the message. Don't trust the government. Don't trust the government in general. A lot of people say. I'm not one of those guys. Well, sometimes, not this government anyway. But clearly, it was an exercise done by people who were important. They have to do these things to figure out the response, but no one paid heed to it. But if the scenario starts, 18 months, we probably will have a vaccine. But meantime, I heard, was it Dr. Fauci that said this may come back in the fall, and then could come back in the next spring, like 3 whammies in a row, which is living in a different world. It's going to be, we'll come through it, clearly, one would hope, but, it's just going to be different. Sometimes if you think too much about it, you can just drive yourself really to bad places, so I try not to. So yeah, do the social distancing thing. Wash your hands all the time. Man, my hands are just getting red and raw, washing it all the time like that. Here I am touching my face again. So don't do that. Test for antibodies, what have you. There's that therapy they're saying where it worked during the Spanish flu of 1918. Found out my great-grandmother died during the Spanish flu. Grandpa Charlie's mom died during that. But that's neither, well, it is important. But yeah. So the antibodies could be gotten from those who have had it and survived it, and perhaps that'll do it. But it's just strange times. So Rich, give me a jingle when we know how we're doing in terms of people sending in answers. So if you see Event 201, if you ask Alexa about Event 201, she'll clearly tell you it was an exercise and not the real deal. So there's that. Okay, send me a mask if you can, or I'll pick one up. That'll be good. Because my wife and son work at the hospital, but man, they watch those masks like hawks. So they can't get you one. They can't get you one. They'll get in trouble for it. So that's a story there. So I have no connection at all. Almost there. Okay. It's 7:57. Let's give you 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes to walk up your answers. 2 more minutes. Please get it to us as soon as you can, though. Get it to Trivia Rich. That'd be great. Meantime, we'll give you the answers in just a little bit. The questions, once again, were as follows. Question number 1. In what U.S. city is the Louis Armstrong International Airport? Satchmo, what U.S. city is Louis Armstrong International Airport? Question number 2. What was the title of the Kirstie Alley TV show in which her character ran a lingerie company? What was the title of the Kirstie Alley TV show in which her character ran a lingerie company? Question number 3. Petunia number 2. Petunia number 2 was the first of the giant flower canvases painted by what artist? Petunia number 2. The first of the giant flower canvases painted by what artist? Number 3, Macaulay Culkin's mean older brother in Home Alone What animal did Buzz keep as a pet? What animal did Buzz keep as a pet in Home Alone? And finally, your last question in the professions category. Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright are famous for their accomplishments in what field? Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright are famous for their accomplishments, if you will, in what field? Let us know. Walk up those answers on your answer sheets. Walk them up, walk it up. I don't think they're low on PPE. I think they're back. They're on it now. But meantime, so I'm going to say 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Bob. Walk it up. Send it to Rich. Thank you. The hospitals go with the PPE. Can't get a mask. If you order it online, check out the how long it's going to take you to get it. I don't know of any places that sell them now, but I'm looking at my wife's mask right now. It's one of those, one of the ones that they can have, but I can't use it. For God's sakes, that one. It's not for my purposes. For me being a trivia host, not an essential business, really. I mean, okay. I think all answers are in. I got the hotline phone call from Rich Morrison. There we go. Hey, man. What's that? Everybody's in. Cool. All right. All answers are in. Very nice. Okay. Thanks, man. Okay. All right. Let's give you the answers now. All answers are in. Here are your answers. Oops, that's not your answers. That's about Roy W. Allen. That was a tough one, the Roy W. Allen one. I bet there were a lot of incorrect answers there. Let me give you your answers, though. Question number one, where would you find Louis Armstrong International Airport? And you would find the International Airport in it. That's a closet I would not want to check out, Veronica's closet. Question number three, the artist was Georgia O'Keeffe. Georgia O'Keeffe with two F's. Georgia O'Keeffe, Petunia, number 2. Buzz kept a tarantula. They say they're good pets. And Buzz kept a pet tarantula. The tough one, I bet a lot of people said architects, Frank Lloyd Wright, but they were the A&W of A&W root beer. So if you send us anything like root beer, soft drinks, fast food, restaurants, anything that was vaguely connected, we gave you credit for that. But A&W root beer, those are the root beer, those are the guys. Believe it or not, believe it or don't. Roy W. Allen and Frank Wright, not Frank Lloyd Wright, Frank Wright. He was a root beer guy, All right. Your next set of questions. We're about halfway through, and then we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling out to the sea. And if you can tell me what song that's from, I'd be impressed. No extra credit, though. But here we go now. Your next round. Rich is calling me. Okay. What's up, man? Okay. Cool. We're gonna. Meantime, I'll post the post the questions, and I'll give it scores. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna post the questions for you, and then my friend Trivia Rich is going to send me, I should say, send me, if you will. I'm having trouble with this one. Okay. Let's see. Get out of that. Okay. Hey, Rich, resend me the questions. I'm having trouble getting these things up there. Here we go. Come on, you son of a. Okay, here we go. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. All right, said that before. To come up with new material. Okay, here are your questions, and I'll give you the scores in just a little bit. Those are your questions there for this upcoming round, and Rich is going to post up the scores for me, so let you know how you stand. And we'll see also if we have, if we have the 4 points extra on it. So I don't see it yet. It didn't include the bonus on the last one. So let's see what we got here. Okay. In the meantime, let's give you the questions, and I'll give you get you the scores in just a little bit. Here are your questions for your next round, for round 6, if you will. They are as follows. We go from, we have first, these are all fill in the blanks. It's kind of what's the song kind of thing. Let me give you the scores now. I think Rich gave me the scores, which would be cool. All right, let's give you the scores. Here's how we stand at the end of five periods, if you will. 10 points for more beer, please. 15 points, the Mongolian naval recruits. 16 for the Fredonians and Useless Legs and Mike Honcho. With 19 points, Gwyneth Paltrow's Head in a Box. 20 points for Quarantine, 20 points. 21 points, My Drinking Team Has a Trivia Problem, as well as the Whitakers with 21. 22 points, There's No In Quarantine. There's N in there's no I. Oh, there's no I in quarantine. There's no I in quarantine. I got it now. Took me a while, slow on the uptake. There's no I in quarantine with 22 points. Also 22 points, We Love Pasta, as well as the Brusual Suspects, our friends from Red Hook. 23 points for Baby Carlos and Back by Memorial Day. 24 points for Urethra Franklin, third place. 25 points for Bad Wolf in second place with a 2-point lead. First place, 27 points. Hoodies, Hoodlums with 27 points. Hoodies, Hoodlums. And these scores include the 4 points of extra credit you might have gotten if you correctly identified our mystery photo on the Trivia Break Facebook page. If you haven't yet, there's still time. Feel free. You can just go there and send it to us. Send it to Rich. Post it on Trivia Break or Trivia Rich, and we'll be able to post it, give you credit for the 4 points. Okay, so now going to name that tune or fill in the lyrics. Question number 1. Wait, that's not the right one. Excuse me. I sent that again to you. Your first category now in Name That Tune. We don't need another hero. We don't know the way home. All we want is life beyond. All we want is life beyond. Life beyond what? Life beyond what? Walk it up. Send it to us as soon as you know it. Of course, with all your answers. Give me just a second here. Okay. Maintain, Andre. Maintain. Okay. All right. Let's. I have so many windows open. It's crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Okay. Question number 1. Fill in the lyrics to that one. We don't need another hero. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond. Life beyond what? Okay. Second, fill in the lyrics. Black hole sun, won't you come? You know that song, Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? What, if you will? Won't you come? Black hole sun. Here we go for Black hole sun. Won't you come? All right. Your third one on Name That Tune, on fill in the lyrics, is as follows. The other night I drilled, the other night I drifted, nice continental drift divide, mountains sit in a line. Yeah, I didn't say it very well, but those are the lyrics. They really are. You might know it. If you don't, maybe make it up. Fill in the lyrics there as well. The other night I drifted, nice continental drift divide, mountains sit in a line. What song is that? Fill in the lyric to that, if you will. We go now to your next one on what's the song, on fill in the lyrics, if you will. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter. We are young, so let's set the world on fire. We can burn brighter. We can burn brighter. Here we go for that one. Posting it for you, just so you can have a reference point, if you will. Next one. Question 5, last one of what's the song, of fill in the lyrics. But still they lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Fill in the lyrics there as well. But still they lead me back to the long winding road. You left me standing here a long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here, and fill in the lyrics there as well. So that's the story. Let us know it. Thanks very much. Okay, giving you 5-6 minutes there, of course. Talking about conspiracies again. So we spoke about the Mrs. Trivia Break. We spoke earlier, alluded to my brother-in-law. He rents a room from us, an okay guy. We like him. And the money comes in handy, have to truly say. But, and he'll admit it himself, he watches a little bit too much of the Fox News and the conspiracy videos that are lurking in YouTube's deep, dark corners. And one of those corners, though, he came across a report from a guy that's clearly living in his mom's basement, not so up on the personal hygiene, clearly. But this guy noticed something interesting. And at first I thought, well, this is just one of those crackpot nuts. But here was his point. If you're watching the Donald's press conferences of late, they ramble. They're not. They go all over the place, to put it mildly. But you might notice that the presidential seal is no longer on the podium in front of the president, in front of Donald Trump. Right now, in its place is a plaque which reads "The White House, Washington, D.C." As I say back in the old neighborhood, what did it mean? Probably nothing, but maybe because many other people than the president take the mic, maybe they can't legally put the seal of the president, but that seems unlikely because Mike Pompeo spoke behind the presidential seal. So is there a conspiracy afoot? If you're one of those guys, you might believe that something big is underfoot. A government coup is in the offing. He won't be the president anymore. He'll be king of the USA. Or perhaps it's just, the seal got, kind of got damaged and they couldn't replace it in time. That one seemed likely, and they just put the White House there. Or, and this is a little alarming. You've probably heard about it. One of my Facebook friends is a lawyer. Mac was talking about it too. There's a plan afoot to suspend habeas corpus, such that if you're arrested, your right to a quick and speedy trial will be rescinded throughout this COVID-19 virus crisis, which happened once before during the Civil War. Abraham Lincoln suspended habeas corpus. So could it happen again? Happened before. There is a precedent. The New York State seal was recently changed, but it doesn't say the State House, the Albany State House still has the seal. So if you notice the next press conference, it says White House, Washington, D.C. It doesn't have the seal of the President of the United States. And Johnny, my brother-in-law, mentioned that I guess there's a special presidential flag. I never noticed that is gone as well. So je ne sais, as the kids say. So that's a story. Well, I ran through my talking points. We spoke about haircuts. We spoke about baseball. Spoke about Las Vegas and the NFL draft going to happen there, later this month. Spoke about social distancing. My boring neighbor up the block, don't know where he lives, who doesn't get social cues about when to stop talking. Let the conversation die its natural death. Spoke about the section event 201, the conspiracy theory, not a theory, was an exercise. And lastly, we just spoke about, about the presidential seal not being there. So what's the story there? All right, so talking points. How about that airline food? If anyone's ever been on Nutrisys, I think the key there is not so much the food. I knew someone who was on it and it tastes horrible. Jeez, oh man, it was terrible. But it's all about portion control. The portions were so small, so no matter what it was, you were gonna lose weight. It was just, you were eating like next to nothing. And I think that's the deal with the airline food, which is, clearly not a whole bunch. And who wants it? Actually, sometimes it's not too bad, to be frank. But no more peanuts there. They used to like or what are they? Anheuser-Busch put them out for a while. But they, for the peanut allergy, clearly, and I know a few people, my daughter and my ex-wife particularly, had bad peanut allergies, so that's a good thing. I wonder how people with peanut allergies deal with Keegan nails. I know people who have it still go, but there's peanuts all over the floor there, and the dust gets in the air. So imagine they take their rescue inhalers along and just, handle it. They can deal with it. Oh boy, excuse me. All right, time for a sip of beer. Yummy pretzels, yeah, they do have good pretzels. I'm due to fly to Colorado this August, see my Aunt Hazel, and I wonder if there's still going to be flights allowed between now and then. I think all answers are in. Let's check it out. How are we doing there? Okay, fantastic. Thanks. Okay. Okay, I'll shame them. Okay. Okay, man. Thank you. Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Visual suspects need your answers. Visual suspects. Yeah, the food was terrible, and the portion's so small. Yeah, that's a good vaudeville one. Take my wife, please. It's a good one also. You know all those jokes, right? I got in a fight with my wife the other day. It was my fault. She asked me what's on the TV. I said dust. Dust. Get it? Dust. Yeah, it's not a good one either. All right. I could tell funny stories, but I'm not so good on the jokes. But okay, 1 minute, Usual Suspects, 30 seconds. Walk up your answers as soon as you can, so to speak. My standard line, walk up those answers for name that tune, fill in the blanks, fill in the lyrics, if you will. All right. So I'm going to give you your answers in just a little bit. Waiting on the Usual Suspects, our friends from Red Hook. Terry McCann is a is a great musician as well, teacher in Kingston City Schools. So what is it? I think at Miller or Bailey. I think it was Miller. So all right, 30 seconds. Going to count it down. Usual Suspects. Get us those answers. All in. Cool. And Lauren, include me to that. Okay. So song number 1 is the Thunderdome, Beyond Thunderdome. Number 2 is finishing the lyrics is and Wash Away the Rain. The next one from REM, Leonard Bernstein. Number 4, Black Hole Sun, Then the Sun, and the Beatles song, Lead Me to Your Door. Lead Me to Your Door. The answers to your music round. Fill in the lyrics, if you will. Going to send you now the questions to round number 7. Round number 7, they are as follows. Let's get rid of this. I think you sent it to me, Rich. Let me refresh this so I'm not seeing it. Okay, meantime, we have round number 7. Round number 7. Hey, Rich, would you send those to me again? I'm not seeing it, so walk it up. Send it to me once more. Thank you. All right. Okay, sending it again. Okay, that was it. Oh, okay. All right. Were those the scores, the latest scores? Yeah. Oh, yeah, more scores now to tell you about. Okay. We now have 10 points for More Beer, Please. 18 points, the Fredonians. 19 from Mike Honcho. 20 points for Mongolian Naval Recruits. Oh, that's it. We're done. Oh, okay, guys, man, wow. We got done with this in about an hour and 15 minutes. So give me the scores now. Sorry for my confusion here. My fault. You can blame me. Hey, if anyone wants to go another round, I got a few more questions. If you want to go one more round, we're kind of ending early. So just give me the heads up if you want to go another round. I got 5 more questions I could toss you. So does anyone want round 7? Want another round? Anyone want another round? Okay. Okay, going to give you one more round. Okay, no worries. All right. Okay, I'll give you the scores now since I have them all right. One more round. Okay. Okay. Rich, you can make a sheet fast. Okay. Okay. Let me give you the scores as they stand now at the end of round 6. They are as follows. All right. We have 10 points and More Beer, Please. 18 for the Fredonians. 19, Mike Honcho. 20 points, Mongolian Naval Recruits. 21 points for Useless Legs. 23 for Gwyneth Paltrow's Head in a Box. 24 for the Quarantine. 25, My Drinking Team Has a Trivia Problem. 26, There's No I in Quarantine. 26 points for the Whitakers. 26 points, Back by Memorial Day. 26 points for We Love Pasta. 26 points for the Usual Suspects. A lot of teams at 26. 28 points, 3rd place, Baby Carlos. 2-way tie for 2nd. Urethra Franklin and Bad Wolf with 29. Now with a 3-point lead, 32 points for Hoodies Hoodlums with 1 round to go. 1 round to go, okay? Let me find some questions for you. I do have questions I can toss your way. We had them in abeyance, if you will. Standing by, we had a lot ready for next week, so let's toss 5 of them to you for this week. Rich, on the question sheet I sent you, if you can find it from earlier this week, I'm going to go from question number 10 on. No, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to start at question number 6. Question number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. All right. So your next category in the movies category, the 1997 movie Dante's Peak is about a town that's threatened with what natural phenomenon? The 1997 movie Dante's Peak is about a town that's threatened by what natural phenomenon? Question number 2 for this round, your final round. We go now to the music category. I heard a song called The Middle on my wife's Spotify mix. It was an alternative band called Jimmy Eat something. Jimmy Eat what? What does Jimmy eat? The band is called Jimmy Eat blank. What does Jimmy eat, if you will? What does Jimmy eat? What's the name of the band? I'm going to send you answer sheets in a bit, Larry. Rich is making them on the fly, Hang on a moment. Hang on. Hello? 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 Okay, call me back. All right, next question. Your category now is beer. I wrote this question at 11 o'clock Saturday morning, which was not too early for a beer. It was afternoon somewhere in the world. Between Steigl, Kronenberg, Tuborg, and Grolsch, which one is from Austria? Between Steigl, Tuborg, and Grolsch, which of those beers is an Austrian beer, is from Austria? Which of those from Austria? Okay, and don't worry about the answer sheets, get us in just a little bit. And then your next question, the category now is legal. The French singer-actress Claudine Longet was convicted of criminal negligence in the 1976 shooting death of her champion skier boyfriend. Who did Claudine Longet shoot? And he died. Who did she shoot? Multiple choices for you on this one. Who did Claudine Longet shoot back in the day? Was it as follows? Could it have been Clement, Spider Savage, John Roche, or Rowley Mantis Jr.? Who did she shoot? Adamant, Spider Savage, John Roche, or Rowley Mantis Jr.? She offed one of them accidentally, she said, although the evidence indicated otherwise. Who did she shoot? And one more question, your final question of the quarter of the round, and then we will crown a champion. Okay, competition. You actually probably know someone who's good at this. The championships are held every August in Finland. Its motto is "Make air, not war." It features the best people at what activity? Featuring the best people at what activity? You probably know someone who's good at it. It's held the championships every year in Finland in August. The motto is "Make air, not war." It features the best people at what activity? What activity? Rich is going to send me an answer sheet for you. Meantime, talk amongst yourselves, and we will. This will crown a champion in about 5 minutes. So, answer those if you will. So we're quite enjoying doing this online trivia. It's just a different kind of deal. Can't really do the either format we usually have. Trying so hard to play music during each round, but I ran into some technical difficulties there. Here's my assistant today. This is Coco. She's the 4.5 mile walker. Say hi to the peeps, Coco. Nah, she's wondering what's going on with this business. Nah, she's not going for it. Okay. All right. Not that kind of dog. And I'm saying she loves me, very few other people. So yeah, we were trying to use that category. Yeah, Marcus, we're going to get you answer sheets in a bit. I think Rich just sent them to me, so that'll be good. Okay. All right. Okay, send you those answer sheets. Thank you, Rich, for doing those on the fly, man. Very impressed with your expertise. More expertise than mine. Clearly, that's the case. Here we go. Here are answer sheets, Marcus and everybody. And send them in as soon as you can. Here are your answer sheets. Go on there. There we are. Cool. Send it to us as soon as you can. because I'm pretty much out of. Oh, you need the answers. Okay. I'll text them to you. That's funny. I thought you knew it offhand, but let me send them to you. Okay. You know what, man? I'll go. No, I'll send them to you. Okay. All right. So meantime, I'm going to send these to Trivia Rich, my buddy Trivia Rich. First question: in the 1997 movie Dante's Peak, it's about a town that's threatened by what natural phenomenon? Let us know who that is, what that is. Number two, music is the category. I heard a song called The Middle. My wife has an alternative mix on Spotify. The band was called Jimmy Eat blank, 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 a 5-letter word. What does Jimmy eat? What does Jimmy eat? What is the band? Jimmy Eat something. What does Jimmy eat, if you will, is number two. Number three in the beer category of those four, Steigl, Kronenberg, Tuborg, and Grolsch. Which one is from Austria? Which one is an Austrian beer? A very good beer, by the way. They're all pretty good, but let me know which one is from Austria. Number four, the legal category. The singer-actress from France, Claudine Langeais, convicted of criminal negligence in the 1976 shooting death of her champion skier boyfriend. Who'd she shoot? She shot which guy? Which guy did she shoot? Let us know. Rich sending you the answer now to the famous skier boyfriend who was offed, if you will. A man who was, Jesus, what the hell? Okay, there we go. Sent packing, if you will, by Claudine Langeais. And the last one, question number 5. Competition. You may know someone who is good at this. I'm sure you do. The championships are held every August in Finland. Its motto is "Make air, not war." It features the best people at what activity? And then let us know that as well. Those are your final 5 questions. Send it to Trivia Rich. We'll crown a champion then. And the winner, if they're local, will win a $25 gift certificate to Deuce's Restaurant in Poughkeepsie. It's a great restaurant. They're new. Rich ate there today. Got himself a free margarita. I don't think you can do it also. Rich got it because he's Trivia Rich. But it's a fantastic restaurant. And when this whole thing is over, we encourage you to visit. Rich does trivia there. I think 2-3 times a month on Tuesday. And then when he doesn't, he shows up at my trivia at Keegan Ailes. So now if you're from out of town and you win, it doesn't look like the out-of-towners are going to win today, but if by some chance you do, then we will send you $25 via PayPal or Venmo, whatever works best for you. But meantime, it doesn't look like we're going to have to do that. So, Sue, I do have a little bit more of this beer, so good time to finish it. It's getting darker in the room, by the way. Oh, let me tell you. The picture of Mohonk Mountain House when Mrs. Trivia Break and I were married. And over my left shoulder, or my right shoulder, no, it is my left shoulder, that's a caricature of me when I was assaulted. Let me show it to you. Why not? We got time. There we go. When I had more hair and a porn star mustache, it's a caricature of me playing baseball. I used to play softball every Sunday in Woodstock at the Woodstock Softball League. We had a lot of fun. Some were good, some not so much, but I kind of aged out there. Sue, they also allow alcohol here. Yeah, you can get, like, if you want to get a mojito somewhere, you can do that. And let's give a big shout out to Trivia Rich also. Big shout out. Let me write that here. Big shout out to Trivia Rich. Anyone local living in Lake Katrine, Sue, you might know. What is going on? They're clearing land on Leggs Mills Road opposite Tenbrook Commons. I wonder if they're putting up some type of housing development there. I know where I used to work at Toll Brothers. They would buy land on the cheap, and then they would hang on to it until the market was right, and then they would start building. They build luxury townhomes, luxury McMansions and stuff. So I knew that they had bought land around here after they let me go during the mortgage meltdown of 2008. Anyway, they did let me go. and the rest is history. But I knew they bought some land here. I wonder if they're going to build something there. That was a funny job. Sue doesn't know. You're welcome, Jimmy. Yeah, so there was a job where I was the liaison between the home builders and the mortgage and the between the mortgage division and the builders, the Toll Brothers Builders. We had a in-house mortgage company, TBI Mortgage, and when it was easy at first, all I had to do was go out and visit and be a nice guy, like kind of like the hey, how you doing kind of salesman. And they used to hold me up as the guy that knows how to do it. You know, Nakmani, he's out there. He's wearing out his shoe leather, not the seat of his pants. So it worked out pretty well. But then once the meltdown hit, man, they just wanted all these stats and stuff. You had to be an accountant practically. And then you knew once Don Salmon, the CEO, gave you some garbage at these regional meetings, if he gave it to you, you knew you were done. And sure enough, one meeting, my numbers are always good, the averages, but the aggregates were not good. So he's like, anyone could do well with the numbers that low. And then 2 weeks later, I got the old heave-ho, the end of my my mortgage career, except briefly with Chase Bank, but then that morals clause, I'm just kidding. Then that, didn't last too long there. So then I'm in trivia, so why not? Yeah, that's the deal there. That's a story. Rich, how are we doing with the answers, man? If someone has them up, that'll be fabulous. Okay. A company, a Krug. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, thank you. Rich Morrison calling me on the hotline. Hey, buddy. All in. Fantastic. Okay. I'll give the answers. Hey, Rich, thanks. Good job on the fly there also. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So the answer to your first question, the 1997 movie Dante's Peak is about a town threatened by what natural phenomenon? It was threatened by, and I'll post it for you, it was threatened by a volcano. A volcano. Volcano is number one. One is volcano. Volcano. Number two, your answer to that one. We're talking now about music. I heard a song called The Middle on my wife's Spotify. It was by an alternative band called Jimmy Eat. Jimmy Eat what? Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World. It was a great catchy tune, a great catchy tune, if you will. Number three, we went from music to your next category, which is beer. What beer was from Austria? Was it Steigl, Kronenberg, Tuborg, or Grolsch? Which one is from Austria? Correct answer there is Steigl or Stiegel. I think it's pronounced Steigl, but not speaking German too well. But the correct answer is Steigl, Stiegel. Okay. Then your next question, next one. We're going to question number 9. Number 9. The wife is calling me. French singer-actress Claudine Longet, convicted of criminal negligence in the 1976 shooting death of her champion skier boyfriend. Who did she shoot? Was it Adam Ant? Was it Spider Savage? Was it John Roche? Was it Raleigh Mantis Jr.? Who did she shoot? She shot Spider Savage. Spider Savage, a sad event. I remember, this is back in '76, early Saturday Night Live, they had a, oh, it's so funny. They had to apologize, though. They had the Claudine Longet International Invitational Ski Tournament, and in the tournament, she would accidentally shoot the skiers as they went down. So as they skied down the slopes, poor taste, but they did have to apologize for that. By the way, Adam Ant is a singer-songwriter. Spider Savage, the skier. Raleigh Mantis Jr. is not a human being. That was a praying mantis who was the lucky charm for the the Kansas City Royals. And John Roche was a basketball player back in the day for the then ABA New York Nets, then later New Jersey Nets. And finally, Make Air Not War. Those are the championships for air guitar. Air guitar, your championships there. It's held every August, and it's held in Finland. Let's see if it happens this year. Hopefully it does. Sounds like a fun competition. Those are your answers. Let's now give you the scores, and we're going to crown a champion. I think Rich has sent me the final countdown, if you will. See if I have it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here are your champions. Here are the final scores. We have 10 points. Wait, Rich, I don't think you sent them to me here, unless you did on this one. Hey, Rich, send them again. I don't think I have. I have the scores from last quarter, but not from this one. I just still have the 32 points for Hoodies Hoodlums as the lead. So send them to me once more, if you will, buddy. Buddy. All right, I think I need them once more. Okay, so there are 5 points in the offing. Perhaps we have a new champion. Oh, hey, I see all the pictures of people. So cool. All right. I see Mike Honcho. I see the people from Baby Carlos. I see this dude with the bald head. Don't know who he is. I recognize him, though. Yeah. Hey, Rich, send me those sheets again, if you will. Thank you. As per your buzz question. What does Zach say? Don't know. Okay. All right. One more time. Trivia Rich. Send me the final sheet. Here we go. Is this it? No, that's not it, man. Got one more for me. That'll be good. Meantime, we're going to do this every Tuesday. Next Tuesday at 7 on April 14th. And if you haven't done your income taxes yet, don't worry. You probably know you've got time to do them because it's you just do. That's the story there. Oh, my other dog's here. Come here, Charlie. Come here, buddy. Come here, man. Charlie's a Chihuahua. He's a cool guy. He's only 6 months old. He's a squirmer, aren't you, man? He's a big squirmy dog. A little squirmy dog. There we go. All right. Okay. All right. Want me to put you down? Put me down, Dad. I'm not digging this. I don't like these trivia guys anyway. They're okay. All right. Okay. Your final scores now. Okay. Here we go. All right. So we have a big 10 points for More Beer, Please. More Beer, Please. 10 points. Give him a big hand. More beer, please. 22 points for my friend Sue Paul from college, representing the Fredonians flying solo. 22 points for Sue Paul from Fredonia, New York, USA. 23 points also flying solo, Mike Honcho with 23. The Mongolian Naval Recruits with 23 points. I don't know if she's flying solo, but if she is, another great score for Mongolian Naval Recruits. 24 points for Lolly and Zach from Useless Legs, 24 points. 27 points for Quarantine, as well as Gwyneth Paltrow's Head in a Box at 27 points. 29-point tie. We Love Pasta and Back by Memorial Day, both with 29. With 30 points, Larry Carey and Company, and Steve, my drinking team has a trivia problem, 30 points. Another 30 points from our other Dutchess County contingent, the Brusual Suspects, Lauren, Amy, and with a big 30 points, the Brusual Suspects. 31 points, there's No I in Quarantine with 31. Also, the Whitakers, John Whitaker and family with 31 points in fourth place. 32 points, and in fifth place. 32 points and fourth place for Bad Wolf with 32. With 33 points, Baby Carlos, 33. Urethra Franklin, second place, 34 points. And 2 weeks in a row, our champions receiving 37 points for Hoodies Hoodlums. Hoodies Hoodlums are champions. Tim Rich and Marcus Stefansi and Company expertise. Put that on your mantle, and you enjoy the $25 gift certificate courtesy of Deuces. And we thank all of you for showing up. Oh, wow. Hey, Lolly, you should get in touch with Sue Paul. See her on Facebook. She grew up in Forestville, I think, in Chautauqua County. I went there to college and later worked at WKSN in Jamestown. So what a connection, the Western New York connection. Oh, and Wolford there as well. So haven't seen you guys for a while. Looking forward to seeing everyone in person sometime soon. Maybe I'll see you driving. If not, we'll see you guys next time. Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you for showing up online, if you will. We'll be here next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll post the video, try to edit it on my Facebook page, Trivia Break. Also, Rich will do it on Trivia Rich. And I got nothing more to say. Just stay safe, be careful, put on your masks, social distancing, wash your hands, love each other. Good night. It's been real. Love you guys. See you soon. Have a great evening. Bye-bye. See you, Trivia Rich. See everybody. Good night.